guys, it's Jess. I am here today to talk about my top 5 books of 2014. I'm only doing 5 because this year I wasn't able to read until I was done with school in the beginning of August. And I read 21 books this year from August to December, which averages out to about 4 books a month. So I picked 5 of my favorite books. 2 are nonfiction and 3 are fiction. So let's get started with nonfiction. The first nonfiction pick that I have is Girl Boss by Sophia Amoruso. Sophia Amoruso is the CEO and owner of Nasty Gal Clothing, and this book talks about how she got her start, where she is today, and how she got there. It's very motivational and very much talking about being happy about what you do, and I read the book at a very important time in my life where that was a very definitive part of my life. So I think that might have been why I loved it so much. But if you have a chance to read #GirlBoss by Sophia Amoruso, I definitely recommend it if you're in a nonfiction mood. She's pretty funny and it's very motivational. The next book I have is A Good Girl's Guide to Getting Lost by Rachel Friedman. This book is a travel memoir, and it is so good. It's a memoir of 3 continents, 2 friends, and 1 unexpected adventure. And this one I think I loved so much because she was about my age when she went through this whole adventure. And a lot of times, especially in America, it's frowned upon to spend so much time traveling and so little time working on a career. And Rachel Friedman really talks about how she came to terms with that, how she worked with her family through that. It was a nice story, and her writing is really great. So if you're a travel memoirs person, I definitely recommend A Good Girl's Guide to Getting Lost. It is actually really good. I will definitely reread it in the future when I have an opportunity. I have 2 historical fiction books. The first one is The Fortune Hunter by Daisy Goodwin. I loaned my copy out to a friend, so I don't have my physical copy, but I do have a sample ebook copy. It was so good. It's about a young heiress. There's a love triangle with a member of royalty. It's just really fantastic. I thought it was really good. It got my heart pumping near the end. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so great. I was just really excited when I read it. Next historical fiction book is The Golden Hour by Margaret Wurtele, or Wurtle. I'm not really sure which way it's said, but this book is so good. It is a World War II historical fiction that takes place in the very end of the World War II in Italy, and it's about an Italian girl who gets involved in the fight against the Nazis, starts to help her brother who's fighting against them secretly, and also help a Jewish soldier. It's a love story. It's very dramatic. It's very much a tug at your heartstrings. And I'd have to argue that this is one of my absolute favorite historical fictions that I've ever read. It was so well written. I sped through it. I've lent it to 3 other people since I read it, and all of them have liked it. So if you're looking for a good historical fiction, World War II, I definitely suggest The Golden Hour. It is so good. And my final book was the last book I read of the year. I finished it just a couple hours before the clock struck midnight, and that is Eleanor in Park by Rainbow Rowell. This book, you guys, oh my gosh, was so good. It was one of the few modern era contemporaries I read this year, and it was amazing. I loved it. Rainbow Rowell's writing is just top-notch, phenomenal. It was very emotional. It tugged at my heartstrings from the beginning, choked me up at the end. I was in love with Eleanor, and I was in love with Park, and I was in love with their love story. I absolutely recommend this book. If you have not read Rainbow Rowell, this was the first Rainbow Rowell book I ever read, and I cannot wait to read more. The bar is set high, Rainbow Rowell, very high. So I hope that the next few books I read by Rainbow Rowell are just as good, because this was phenomenal. Please let me know down below what your favorite books of 2014 were. If you have any historical fiction recommendations, please send them my way. I love historical fiction, and I'd love to read more. And that was my top 5 of 2014. Please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!